right, guys, so I am going to show you guys how I'm going to create a look using the Sophisticate palette. Lately, I've been doing looks that are really like glowy, you know, kind of like glowy eyes, really soft looks, like a pillow talk kind of look. Today, I want to do something a little more dramatic, maybe like a smoky eye. Yeah, probably like a smoky eye because of this palette. So if you want to see how I create this look, then keep on watching. All right, so I've already prepped my face, done my skincare, my primer, so we're gonna get into the makeup. But first I am gonna spray some MAC Fix Plus, just for some extra hydration. All right, so today we are going to be using the Light Wonder Foundation. This is in shade number 4, just for reference, in case you guys are wondering. This is more of a tint. It's like sheer to light coverage. It's not really gonna conceal and cover like any blemishes that I have. That's what I'm gonna go in with a concealer for. But it is gonna help even out my skin tone, blur out any pores, any redness. So we're gonna get into that. Usually I would use my fingers for products like this, but I wanna try it with a brush. Let's see what it looks like. So yeah, kind of even out my skin tone. You can definitely see my freckles still peeking through, any like scars that I have peeking through, but I'm fine with that. I like makeup that looks more like skin. So what we're gonna get into next is going to be the Magic Vantas. This is a corrector and this is in shade 1 Fair. If you have my skin tone, this is what I would recommend. And so for corrector, you don't want to drag it across your whole eye. You only want to use it in certain areas because it's kind of an illusion where the light hits. It looks better. Ooh, this is good. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the other eye. I always like to start in the inner corner because that's normally where we have the most discoloration, and when the shadows hit, that's kind of where it looks even darker. So just in the inner corner, dragging it out. And then I do a little bit on the side. You can also use it on your lids if you have discolored lids or like veins, kind of like how I do. Got veiny lids. You can also use this to correct any scarring, which is what I'm. It is a little too light for my actual skin tone, but whatever. Let's cover up that little annoying bursted blood vessel. Great. By the way, the makeup feels really lightweight because, again, this is a more tint, kind of like a tinted moisturizer, but I feel like my skin looks really healthy, very glowy. I feel like my pores look blurred. But anyways, let's move on. All right, so we are going to get into the Sophisticate palette. All right, so she says to kind of go in with a fluffy blending brush and sweep this color all over the lid. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. So it looks like it's just a light wash of color, nothing crazy. This is the prime shade. Okay, and then next we're gonna go in with the enhanced shade. So this you kind of just want to use on the crease. I'm going to kind of bring it up. All right, next we're going to use the smoke shade. And for this, I'm going to use a smaller, more precise brush. Use this to kind of line my eye. And take the other end and just concentrate it here on this area to add a little bit more dimension. Smoke it out. I'm not bringing it all the way up to the crease. And just here. I think I'm going to build that a little more. Gonna use the smoke shade on my lower lash line because that's what she says to do. So, okay, Charlotte. Now I'm gonna go in with the pop shade. So you can leave it just like this for like a more daytime softer look, or you can amp it up like I'm about to do. But I do think I need to blend just a little more. All right. So just on the crease area. And then I'm gonna go back in with this shade. And I wanna add a little inner highlight in the corner of my eye. Okay, easy peasy. I'm gonna do my other eye really quick and we will continue with the rest of my face, like my concealer, eyeliner, all that stuff. To add my concealer. All right, and I do want to add some brightening, highlighting. This is Clinique's Airbrush Concealer. It doesn't really have a lot of coverage. I mean, it does have a really sheer coverage, but I use this to brighten because the Estee Lauder one doesn't really give me a lot of brightening because I chose the shades that way on purpose. But this is where we do the highlighting. Okay, so now we are going to set the under eye area with the Airbrush Flawless Finish. Just gonna dab a little bit and lightly sweep this across my eye. set wherever I've concealed. I love the setting powder because you can still see the glow on your skin. So if you're going for that more dewy finish, use this powder because it's going to set your makeup, absorb, blur, do everything a setting powder is supposed to do, but the luminosity of your skin and the primers and all that prep you put on your face doesn't go away after you use the setting powder because that kind of defeats the purpose, you know? All right, so next I'm going to do my brows. So I have been loving Clinique's eyebrow pencil. It doesn't come with a spoolie on the other end, but I just use like a mascara wand. I don't have one with me, so I'm just using this end from the NYX eyebrow pencil, but I love it because it kind of has like a powdery finish. So when you're applying your eyebrows, it goes a lot faster and you don't need to take as much time and your eyebrows just look softer and more natural. So I'm just going to use Urban Decay's Glide On Eye Pencil. So here I'm just going to, this is going to be hard on camera, do a nice line on my lash line. It doesn't have to be even because I'm kind of going for more of like a smoky effect. I'm sorry, but it's hard to do on the phone. Do the other eye. Gonna use this to give me that wing. And this is just an extra step because let's be extra. We're going to define the lash line just a little more, the eyeliner, with Clinique's brown liquid eyeliner. So I'm going to put this on top of the Smokey just a little bit just to define the eye area a little bit more. You can skip this part or you can pick one or the other. I just think it looks really pretty. So I'm gonna kind of focus this, make it a really thin line on the outer portion, not so much the inner because I want to keep that more smoky. Okay, so do you see what that's done? It's kind of just like added more dimension and structure to my eyeballs. And now I'm gonna do mascara later, but let's get to the fun stuff. We are going to use the Film Star Bronze and Glow palette powder. So this is a Clinique brush actually. This is not a synthetic brush, but let's add some color to my face. I am literally just following the natural structure of my face. And this is like the perfect tone where it's not too warm and it's not too cool. So it doesn't look like you got punched in the face too cool, like a bruisey kind of color, and it's not too warm where you look like an Oompa Loompa, you know what I mean? So I'm just gonna add a little bit here, kind of wing it. When you do that, it gives more of like a lifted effect. Just a little tip I learned. I'm gonna add just a little on my forehead. to kind of even out the balance of my face. Don't forget to get it in your hairline. I'm going to use just a little bit on my nose. I'm not like crazy contouring, I'm just adding a little bit of color because it kind of just ties everything in. It'd be kind of weird if you had a tan, bronzed, contoured face and not a tan, bronzed, contoured nose, because when you get tan in the summer and when the sun naturally hits, your nose usually gets tan, right? Right. I'm gonna use just a little bit underneath the jaw area here to kind of define that. Okay, so now we're going to add some life back into my skin. We are going to use the Pillow Talk blush. We are going to swish around. This, by the way, is also not a synthetic brush. That's the little shade in the middle there. Nice sheen. We're gonna pop that on the apples of the cheek. Just adds a really nice, pretty glow. All right, so next I'm going to quickly do my mascara, and then we are going to do lips and last highlighter. Okay, this is Clinique's Lash Power Mascara. I've really been liking the way it made my eyelashes look. You know, I normally use mascaras. This is from Estee Lauder with wands that are like more thicker, like, you know, Too Faced Better Than Sex, Lancome's, Monsieur Big, this guy. But I noticed lately when the bristles, you see how small the bristles are, they kind of coat every single lash and kind of just makes my life easier. So I've really been into it. So I'm gonna quickly do that. You guys, I'm telling you, this mascara is freaking phenomenal. I don't need to sit there and keep building it up because it kind of just does the work for you. Check it out, Clinique Lash Power Mascara. It is going to rock your world. Oh my God, I'm starting to get really freaking hot. Okay, for bottom mascara, I'm using Clinique's Bottom Lash Mascara. It's literally made for the bottom lashes. Freaking genius. Look how teeny this guy is. So it makes my life easier. Quickly do that. All right, so now it's time for lipstick and highlighter. And by the way, I used this Sarah Happ. It's called the Dream Slip. It's an overnight lip mask, but I use it on days that my lips is really dry too during the day. So I let that sit while I was doing my makeup. So my lips are nice and hydrated because I am going to be using a matte lipstick. So we're going to crack open this baby. We are using the Pillow. All right, I just wiped off that lip mask because my lips were too glossy from it. It's meant to be an overnight hydrating mask. The Pillow Talk lip liner. Look a little cool toned. If you have like a darker skin tone than me, I don't know. But now we are going to use the Very Victoria lipstick. Okay. Last thing. We're going to use the highlighter from this palette. So pretty. I overline my lips like a crazy person because I can't tell using my phone as my mirror. I shouldn't have done that. And also my ring light is literally blinding me to death. So I have no idea what my bronzer really looks like. This is why peeps, Instagram makeup and real life makeup is not the same. Lighting is, it's a illusion, honestly. So I feel like I used a little bit more product than I normally would in real life. Okay, but anyways, that's for another time. So normally I would add in a highlight in the inner corner of my eyes. But because this is a matte look, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to break the rules. Maybe I shouldn't have. Just a little. Alright guys, and this is the finished look. So again, with the eyeshadow palette, I don't know where it is in this mess, you can really control how intense you want the shades. Again, I didn't really want like a super crazy smoky eye. And hope you liked. I'm obsessed with all these products. Very much recommend to anyone who's been wondering. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section down below.